Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. In today's video we are going to be doing this and this. Yeah, I know you're as amazed as I am, but without much ado, let's get into the video. So before I continue guys, if you haven't checked out the previous videos, please I'll leave the links in the description below. Make sure you go check out because they are wonderful animations. I'm not sure you get this anyway. You get it, but probably you won't get a code too. So check out this one, and then this one. Okay, and then if you haven't subscribed yet, please hit the subscribe button and then hit the bell button because I upload new videos every Monday. That way you don't miss out and then you get new and more innovations for your next project. Alright, so I'm going to minimize this one here and then open VS Code. Actually it's already opened. So just like the other videos, I'm going to create a new CSS file. I'll name it button. This one is 4 right .css. I hit, and then I'm going to link this one up and then save it. Okay, and then the extension I'm using here is live server. So if you don't have it, please do how to get it. It's actually easy and then cool to go. Live server. Because I think I said that in my previous video. Please do check it out. So I'm going live, and then that's it. It has it here. Okay. Before I go anywhere, let me go back to my CSS3. There are a lot of few things I will need from here. Like I don't want to retype everything here, so I'll copy up to body, copy, Control C, copy, and then paste, Control V, save it, and then it's centered here. I explained everything in my previous video, so do check it out. Control B, hide the sidebar. But this one, I'm going to have fun with a lot of the pseudo elements. So I'm going to add the next one, that's before. Sorry for the hiccup. I'm going to add before, and then because I'm also going to be using that one too. Before. Then yeah, save it. So let's go here. .btn. This one you're going to be having a lot of fun with the borders. So just please stay. I'm going to say test decoration. Test decoration. Save it to none. Then I'm going to have color. I want some dark blue will do, but I want something very dark. So I'll shift it here and then save it. Yeah, this color is okay. And I have my padding to be 25 pixels up and down, and then 40 pixels left and right. Save it. You can't really see it here, but I think let me help you see it. I'll add a background color of red. Let me see, red, and then save it, and then that's it. So everything is there. But before that, let me just leave the red there for now. And I have btn main before element. Let me select the before element. I give a comma and then the same thing again, btn main, but this time I'm going to use the after. So I'm styling both of them because they are all going to share certain properties together. So the way I do it is I just type btn main before, bring the comma, and then I type the new one. That way I can apply the same set of properties to two different elements, right? Makes sense. It will make sense very soon. So content, as usual, content should be set to nothing. And then, oh, I didn't. Yeah. Then I want weight. I want weight of 20% of the parent element, and then I want height. I want height of also 20% of the parent element, and then I want a, let me just say, okay, border first. Border of, I want 1 pixel. I want it solid. So you're going to have fun with border solid, and then I want a color of, let me say, green. Does it appear? Okay, so that's it. You can see that the two things have appeared. This is the before, and then this is the after. Can you see that? This is the before element, and this is the after element. So this I'm going to do. I'm going to set the parent element position to relative, just like we learned in another video, because I want to set this one to absolute, but I have to give relatives to the parent element first. So position absolute, save it, and boom, there they are. They are set absolute to this one, but whether we've not specified top, left, right, and all those. That's why it looks kind of ugly right now. So I'm going to copy the btn main. I'll copy this one, copy it here, Control V, and then that way I can apply only to the btn before pseudo element. So I'm going to say top 0 and then left 0. So I'm positioning it top left here, and then for the after I'm copying the same thing. It's going to be the same thing, so let me just copy it. Hold Alt Shift and then down to copy the same thing down here. Then this one is going to be after, and then for this one I'm going to set it to, let me say, bottom and then right. Save it, and then there it goes. Let's have a look at the original one so that we know where we are going to. This is the original one, okay, and this is where we are. So I'm going to do 3 things. I'm going to comment this one out, and I'm going to change the color here to the color that we used above there. So thank you, VS Code. Save it up, and then there's it. But guess what? The font size is not nice. So let me just change the font size. Oh, what's that? Font size to 1.3 rem, something just bigger. Save it. It looks much, and then I'll increase the border. I think 1 pixel is too small, to 2 pixels. Okay, so guys, pay attention, and then because there's a lot coming up here. Before anything, let me just add transition here because we're going to be moving it. We're going to be moving it, so I'm going to say all and then 0.4 seconds. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. Now, when I hover on it, I want the pseudo element to transform and become 100% of the parent size. Are you okay? So if I don't have my mouse on it, it's 20% wherever it's, but when I hover on it, I want it to become 100% or full width and then full height. So then I'm going to do, if I should, oh sorry, it shouldn't be here, let me put it somewhere here. Okay, so btn main, when I hover on it, okay, I want the before element, I want the width to be what, 100%, and then I want the height to also be what, 100% of the parent element. So let me show you. When I hover, guess what happens? It became full. When I hover, it became full. When I hover, it became full. And when I hover, it became full. Guys, is that not the greatest thing you've ever seen? But let's make it even better and even nicer. So because I want to apply the same thing to the after, I just give a comma, then the same thing dot btn main, then hover, and then after, and then save it up, and then when I hover, you see there's nice and wonderful effect that you don't get anywhere. Okay, but we can still even make it better, nicer, and crazier. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to the, if you look at the original one, realize that only the top and the top and the left of the this one is only visible. Let me show you the very first one. It's only visible. Are you okay? So this is what we're going to do. We come here, and then the before is the one at the top left. So I'm going to say border right. Okay, so I say that was transparent. Save it, and then it's missing. Can we see it? We can see it. It's missing. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing for border bottom. I don't know how I'm saying bottom, I'm in Ghana, so it's bottom. That's it. Okay, and then I'm going to copy the same thing here. Hey, I don't know if I'm lazy, guys. I'm hardworking. I think I'm lazy. Control V, paste it, border left, and then border top. Save it, and then you see, so that is, it looks almost like the very first one, just like this one. There is more crossing effect here. Alright, so we're almost done. Don't worry, we're done very soon. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to increase the width to, let me say, 100, and let me make it 110. It's experimental, so we are playing with it, and let me just make this one 100. Let me see what happens. When I hover, boom, it looks ugly. So I'll make this one 105. Over, and then guys, that's it. No, I don't think 105. Let me make it 110. Whoa, that's it. 2010. Save it, and then okay, I think I'll make the top one rather 105. Save it, and then guys, so we are done with the very first one like this. You see, this is very cool. You are just playing around with pseudo elements, and then it's so fun. When we hover, they expand to 100% width, and the way that we specify there, and then creating that nice animation. When your users hover over any CTA button or any call to action button, they should get a response back to just for them to know that it's actually working. So it's very nice. And let's make the second one, which is actually, it looks crazier and then it looks much nicer. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. To get that one, we just have to specify that at this particular point, I'll copy everything here, copy and paste it here. And at this point, realize that I want all the borders to be there, and this is it. So easy. Just because now all the borders have been reinstated. When I hover, all the borders are showing now. When I hover, all the borders are showing now. Or when I hover, all the borders are now if I should just comment this one out, save it, so you can see there's it. To comment, you just have to hold Control and then back / and then that's it. So if I just bring everything back to normal, I get this, and then I get this, just like the very videos, this one and then this one. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you learned a lot from this. If you learned anything, or you haven't even learned anything, for the fact that you've watched to the end, please hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Subscribe, because I'm going to catch you in the next video, where we're going to have a lot more and even crazier, more animations and inspirations. If you haven't checked out the other videos like this one and then this one, please do so. I have the links in the description below. Make sure to do so. But without much ado, I'm going to catch you in the next video.